Hello, welcome back to Trailer Trash. Today's trailer, Napoleon. Let's check it out. You know, as far as trailers for trailers go, it's pretty good. Even had the bois and the words, you know. It's not going to be another trailer voice trailer, is it? It's going to be words and bois.
No doubt you'll send the chaos in the streets.
Yeah, just total chaos. There's just people on the streets singing some Broadway tunes, some show tunes, singing the songs of angry men, music of the people who will not be slaves. Was that not what happened in the French Revolution? Because that's what Andrew Lloyd Webber told me. Was that Andrew Lloyd Webber? Somebody, some asshole.
We must make an example, or France will fall.
What would you do if this assignment of defense was transferred to you?
I promise you brilliant successes.
Everyone around is.
What is this costume you have on?
This is my uniform.
Everyone's so near.
It's a interesting music choice. I believe this is a remake of National Anthem, the National Anthem by Radiohead. The reason why this is an interesting choice is because Radiohead's British. I don't like. You couldn't have picked a French song or French artist. You couldn't have had the Can playing over this. What is with me today?
I led the French victory at Toulon.
You could see it, right, with all the cannons. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that'd be brilliant. Just excellent. Somebody do that. Somebody remake this trailer with the can.
What is your name?
Napoleon.
As the course of my life just changed. Napoleon.
I'm destined for greatness.
Hey, the Sphinx still didn't have a nose, unless that was afterwards. Is it proven that Napoleon shot the nose off the Sphinx with a cannon? Was that? Or is that just like speculation? Because it shows him shooting Egyptian wonders with a cannon, so, why not the Sphinx's nose? It's interesting. I've never actually thought about if there's a sure answer as to what happened there.
But those in power will only see me as a sword.
I suggest you take the throne as a king.
Holding on.
Shall we vote?
Oh, he took the whore in as his queen. Oh, that's nice. Isn't that nice? From whore to queen. Only in France.
This vermin has held the world hostage with his egotism and his lack of simple good manners.
You think you're great?
I thought the last word would be Phoenix. Because it's Joaquin. It's Joaquin Phoenix.
You are just a tiny little brute that is nothing without me.
Oh, there it is. Now they show it.
All of Europe is uniting forces against me.
What's the outcome of this if you don't succeed?
Your Majesty, we are discovered.
Good. I'm the first to admit when I make a mistake. I simply never do.
So there it is. Christopher Nolan did his 2.5 hour epic on Oppenheimer, and now you got Ridley Scott doing his 2.5 hour, I assume, epic on Napoleon. It's just the trend these days. I don't know if it's Oscar bait. I don't think it's Oscar season. I don't follow that shit. I keep hitting the microphone. What was I gonna say? Yeah, it's interesting that that's just the style of movies lately. It's like, okay, people are sick of superheroes and remakes and all that jazz. So how about really long biopics? Artsy as fuck biopics. People love those, right? I mean, Oppenheimer was okay for the most part, but I'm sure Napoleon will have the same issues where it's just like, there's a bad guy, but were they really the bad guy, or is it just to put Napoleon in a good light? Though I feel like with this, or maybe just with any Joaquin Phoenix movie, it dives more into, an anti-hero. Like, you don't really root for Napoleon, I would imagine, but it's more just like, here's the interesting aspects of his life. What do you think? Kind of thing. But still, I'm sure there's going to be some just frothing at the mouth villain who we're supposed to hate and like Napoleon because they're butting heads. Anyway, another kind of cool thing about this, though, is I like this idea of a modern film covering combat of that era, horseback and cannons and muskets and all that kind of stuff, but in a more, again, artsy kind of way. The one shot I like, this part where they're kind of like
has held the world.
hunkered down like that. I guess it's his opponents are hunkered down and the horses are just kind of circling them. That's cool. I like that. That's really neat. Like, also, hopefully historically accurate combat scenarios with Napoleon are shown. And so you'd have, situations like this where, they circled guys in a phalanx. Is that what that is? But yeah, really, really interesting stuff. Seems like it would be a neat movie. Very action-packed given what Napoleon was. The funny thing is I almost forgot that Napoleon was Emperor of France. I thought he was just known for being a really good general. But then I recalled my time playing Civilization, the video game. I'm like, oh yeah, he was a leader for a time. I don't know how long that lasted, but I'm sure it'll shows the rise to power, but I'm sure it'll show the fall, his inevitable demise. Again, essentially just Oppenheimer. Just the rise and fall of a historic figure. That's the genre that we're running with apparently these days. But with all that being said, let's check out the comments. If I don't hear him saying there's nothing we can do in the movie, I'm gonna cry. There is nothing we can do about how good this trailer is. This movie is gonna be incredibly successful. There's nothing we can do. What the fuck is that all about? This whole comment section is full of there's nothing we can do. Is that a meme? Are people memeing? Hold on. Oh, yep, know your meme. Refers to a history meme featuring former French Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte, lest we forget. Somberly saying there's nothing we can do in response to different prompts. The phrase embodies hopelessness based on Napoleon's exile to the island of St. Helena where he died, with most of the images in the memes being painting depictions of his time there. The memes started as a TikTok photo slideshow trend. Then no one gives a shit. We're moving on. I can't believe it took this long for someone to put together a feature-length film on the life of Napoleon, easily one of the most fascinating historical figures to ever walk the earth. And there's just so much documented material to work with. Can't wait for this one. Epic is the word I'd use. Well, I'm sure the documented material will be utilized, but only if it serves their narrative. I'm sorry, I know I'm a cynic when it comes to based on true story movies. This does look interesting though, I gotta say. And yeah, Napoleon is an interesting figure who, as historic as he is, I feel like I don't know much about. Again, refer back to me forgetting he was ever ruler of France, but remembering only because of a video game I played. I was educated in Arizona, so just Take from that what you will. I've been thirsting for this movie without even knowing it. I wish for more massive scale historical epics. Well, you'll probably get them, because again, with Oppenheimer being successful, this movie probably going to be successful even before it comes out, and I'm just going to call it now. I don't know. There's no controversy around it, as far as I know. So it'll probably be successful. So yeah, Hollywood, being Hollywood, it will take this formula and just run with it. Again, the historical epic will be the new genre of the year, of the coming years. The cinematography, casting, the music, the narration, and final, the clever use of language just brings tears to my eyes. Tears to said person's eyes. The movie's not out yet? Sorry, that wasn't a question. The movie's not out yet, so... I mean, cinematography, yeah. Casting, sure. But the music? The narration? What music? What narration? What? I watched the trailer. Unless you think the whole movie is going to be a bunch of Radiohead covers, I don't know what to tell you, but yeah, probably not. Yeah, even the replies are like, hopes. Futile hopes. Have you seen the cinematography on Abel Gantz's 1927 Napoleon? No, that is peak cinema. Oh, well, interesting. I'll have to give that a look. Abel Gantz's 1927 even. I mean, that sounds like a French... It sounds like a French film. Yeah, like a postmodern French film about the life of Napoleon. Only it was 1927, so it won't be postmodern, but... I could just imagine the French got up to some weird shit in cinema back in the day, let me tell you. I used to think that my life was a tragedy, but now I realize it's a comedy. Napoleon Bonaparte. If that's a real comment, then, yeah, man, even more so today. Fucking, you're a meme now. You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become a meme. That's how that line goes, right? As a former British soldier from the 1870s, I'm super excited for this movie. Wait a second. That's funny. The only reply for it is just, huh? Beautiful. From a Roman emperor to a French emperor, Joaquin Phoenix is an incredibly versatile and talentful actor. He fits and performs well in probably every movie he has been a part of. Can't wait to see another movie with him and by legendary director Ridley Scott. I just like from a Roman emperor to a French emperor. Just like, so basically what you're saying is he hasn't gone very far in his career. There's really not much of a distinction between the two, is there? Especially in one of the shots, he looks like he's in a Roman, little... what's it? Now, what would have been better is if you put from a murderous clown to a French emperor. Now that also not much of a distinction. With that being said, I think we're going to call it there. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.